This wrist is naked because I need a new smartwatch. My last smartwatch was not so smart. It died in a dumb way. But guess what? Ha! This wrist is not naked because there's a new watch in town, the Pixel watch. And I got more than just that one. Look at these 3 cool colors. We're gonna check them out. Let's get them open. People have been waiting for years for this. Even Google. I think these things were designed like in 2018, but we'll get to that. Here's a black one. Ooh. And this one's hazel. I think this matches this phone. Yeah, look at the band. And then the underside of the chassis is like the kind of polished camera visor on the side. You see that? Cool. We'll look at them in a second. First, what else is in the box? Paper. And that's literally it. You don't even get a charger? Wait, wait a second. That huge thing I pulled out. You get another band. So it comes with a band on it. You get a second band. In case your wrist size changes, you know, can happen, baby weight. And then you do get a charger, and it is a wireless charger. Oh, don't take it out like I am. The charger kind of looks like the watch face in that it's really bubbly. Got a subtle little G logo on it, but that I believe is the back. It's gonna sit on your table like that, and your watch will sit in that little concave spot. It's very minimal and cool. It kind of looks like, yep, for sure, the wire is heavier than the whole thing, so it's just gonna get flipped around. I don't know, hopefully the cable relaxes after a while and it can just sit there. So yeah, it's pretty on there. And it's not super strong magnet, but the fact that it's concave makes me feel pretty confident. You can only jostle a little bit, so I feel pretty confident in the contact there. And then you get to go. Out of my way, I have a power lunch. All right, let's look at the different chassis. There appear to be 3 different bodies, so I think we do have them all. This one is polished steel. This one is the champagne gold, not to be confused with rose gold, stainless steel, with the hazel band. And then this one, which is probably gonna be the top seller, I would think, is the matte black stainless steel. And this is probably what I would choose. That looks so cool. And for those wondering about the bubble design, I will say in real life, this looks a lot flatter. It's flat on top. I was worried that it was actually a dome, because that's actually how they're advertising it for some weird reason. But that is not a selling point. That just means it's gonna stick out at one point that's gonna get scuffed on everything. But this is flat, so you can scuff it all evenly if you want. It does have a crown, so you can scroll like this with your finger instead of scrolling on the face and getting it all fingerprinty and also covering half the screen with your finger. It does click as well. And then, so this active band style has just a little boop, friction fit kind of knob there that it slides through, and this is a silicone band, and it feels pretty good. I think I might choose this band. I did also experience the woven bands, which are also made of recycled materials. They seem okay. The amount of force that they have is not very tight, so it's comfortable, but it does look like if you're like, look over there, it would fly off your wrist. They're not super tight, or at least they weren't super tight on me. I really like the way that these watch bands attach to the face. It's super integrated and seamless looking. Like, look at that. There's no little knobbies sticking out. It's all in the watch. The mechanism is inside. So I will admit that it's not as easy to work as it looks in the demo that they gave. It comes off easily enough, but see, the button that you press is curved in shape just like the watch band. You just overlap it with the watch band and use the watch band to depress the button and then slide it over and it locks in place. It's great. I'm gonna take it off every time. I'll just have it on my wrist, just take the face off directly and let everything fall away like petals, like tears and rain. Oh no, I accidentally turned it on. There's a button here I was gonna say. There's a button there. It's not just the knob. Okay, before I turn it on, let's talk about our sponsor, dbrand. Guess what they did? They made some new patents. Look at this, it's all digital looking. And they got it on phone cases too. This one is Arctic Camo and it fits on my Pixel 7 Pro. Oh, no it doesn't. This is not a 7 Pro case. Is this the glitch camo? They're all kind of glitchy to me. The names don't make sense, dbrand. This actually does fit on 7 Pro. And then there's also the navy camo one. They're all very cool. And guess what? You can get these patterns on literally all the skins that they provide right now. So, you know, get a new look for your existing dbrand skin. Do it now. It makes you feel like you got a new phone, you know? This is really ugly. Get yours today at the link below. Woo, look at that, guys. It's active, and because this is a Pixel phone, it's got that Smart Connect shiz magic experience connecting to Google Pixel Watch. I really hope this goes well because I need a new smartwatch. I am missing notifications. It's so inky black with the OLED. It looks awesome. Terms of service. You know what? I'll take them all. Do it all, Google. It's ShortCircuit. Who cares? Stay connected to your body and your world. It's about time, Google. Slide the band through. Okay, I don't need instructions for this, guys. I'm pretty sure I could figure this. Wait a second. This should be like, get a friend to come and grab this for you. Oh, it's upside down. Oh, there's a little Google logo in the band too. I'm going third notch, guys. You ever get like in between and it's either too tight or you can go like this and flop it around? This looks all right. How's it look with a white t-shirt?
Honestly, fresh.
Does it look fresh? I'm old, so I'm glad when people tell me that I have to believe them. I have to. Set watch orientation. So wait, there is no upside down. I could have done it the other way. Wow, freedom. Get the Fitbit mobile app. Oh, it's just like Samsung. You have to have more than one app for your watch. That sucks. Couldn't they just integrate it into one app to rule them all? I'm gonna skip pay for now, but I'll have you know that I'm excited for pay. Right now, I have to reach into my pocket, or maybe if I get lucky, I'm holding my phone already, and then unlock it and hit. Oh, if I can just go bam. That's like a tricep extension every time I get to buy something. It's just an added benefit. If you're one of those people who goes, why would I want a watch? What can I even do with the watch? Here's a good screen for you. This is showing all the different apps that they either are on my phone that are compatible or ones that are just recommended. So music, some fitness, and the Google camera, believe it or not. This is a Pixel only feature, but you can use your watch as basically a remote for the camera. So not only can you use it to hit the shutter to actually take the photo when you're standing back, ding, but you can also use it to zoom the camera as well. But sweet, no more selfies, right? Wait, no more selfies? Meditation, easy voice recorder if you just wanna put your hands over someone's shoulder and go, hey buddy, you talking to my microphone. Make a permanent record or something. More workout stuff. Bitmoji for Wear OS. Hey, remember those? And notes, what am I gonna do with that? Although if I can display a shopping list on my wrist as I'm shopping, that would be actually super clutch. Unlike some other watches, it only comes in one screen size. I'm a medium person, so I think this screen size looks great. This is what I would choose. If I had a larger one, it would look chungus on my wrist. But if you have like thick boy wrist, then it might look a little too dainty for you. Childish, like a toy. Weight-wise, totally feels normal. No comment there. Doesn't feel like weirdly light or awfully heavy. As for the glass, that's Corning Gorilla Glass 5, not Victus glass like you find on the Pixel 7 Pro phone. Okay, here we go. Oh, there it is. How do I go back to home? Learn how to use your new watch. Yes, please. You swipe up for notifications. You swipe down for settings. You click the crown to do all your apps, or go back home, and you click the side button to go to your recent apps, or you can double tap it for your last app. In my case, I haven't launched anything, so it brought me back. Holy cow, my heart rate was 69. That was sick, did you see that? Nice. That's probably one of the coolest standout differentiating features for this watch is the all-day continuous heart rate tracking. It doesn't matter if you're at rest or in a workout, you can get heart rate monitoring that updates once a second all day, and that's actually factored into their battery life claim of up to 24 hours. It's pretty in line with the competition. It may not be to my high standard, but other watches give you that or less. So get used to charging before bed for a little bit, I guess. And maybe when you're making your lunch in the morning. They say it was one of the biggest things in their keynote was how good they got this heart rate monitoring. They took a bunch of data from different people, used machine learning on it to figure out signal versus noise, and apparently have the most accurate heart rate monitoring on a smartwatch. It may not be good as other wearables that have the sensors on your finger, for example, but as far as light that gets shot at your wrist, they say theirs is pretty good. It says that it's rated for 5 atmospheres, which is like 50 meters deep, which is crazy deep. Even if you are a licensed diver, you can't go that deep unless you get additional courses. 1 atmosphere is just like sea level. But if you scroll down to the footnote attached to that claim, it says this is not waterproof, water resistance degrades over time, don't use this for water sports, etc. I say risk it. Hit us up in the comments if it doesn't work out for you. This feels very smooth. It's nice. I will say that. A lot has been made of the bezels in this watch. All of the wallpapers that they have available and that they showed in the marketing are all very dark mode based, and they hide the bezels because the bezels are huge, and that could be a deal breaker for some people, but I don't know, you get used to it, and I guess it does some kind of palm rejection for you. You can call it palm rejection. Accidental swipes are gonna be lessened because you have to go right into the watch to actually mess with it. I don't really think they're that much bigger than other competing watches. I did see someone make a comparison, but this is what they look like. I think they are most notable if I turn on the flashlight though, so I'm gonna try to do that for you guys. There it is. What? That almost look, I guess the edge of this is kind of, shadowed, so it's casting itself in like the worst possible light, but if, those look pretty chonker. Now I wanna see if I can customize this watch face. Big time, this one's called Big Time. I like it, and that actually matches the band pretty nicely. Now you are able to also set images from your own Photos app as the background, which is cool. You are not beholden to their sanctioned apps. You can do whatever, which is cool. It's Android, right? Let's see what's in this watch app. So if I choose one like this and then I hit edit, oh cool, I can change the color of the highlights. This is really interesting and robust. I like the way that they've done this because too often there's something that you like, but it's imperfect and you have to just settle with its imperfections. Whereas this gives you should be able to get a little closer because you can pick something that you like generally and then tweak it a bit. Oh, and there's different slots for the complications and I can edit each one of those. So I don't care about weather, I care about calories, for example. What else they got in here? Day of the week. Favorite contact. Wife on speed dial. I don't know the answer to questions involving my own personal finances. You know, stuff like that. Heart rate's right there. Moon phase, just in case. For you Pisces out there. If you're a Jupiter ascending. UV index. World clock. What is world clock? Do you get it just a random city's time? Okay, did it work? Did it? How do I get it to the watch? Add new? Okay, so a certain subset of the ones you create will be accessible from the watch. You have to add them there. It just seems dumb. Tiles. Okay, so it looks like you can add, again, a subset of tiles to your watch. Hand wash timer, I'll add that. Tile added. Hand wash timer, there it is. Whoop. Always use soap. Does it know if I'm doing it? No, it's just a timer. I'd like to do the back, do like this. Oh, you gotta get in there, that's a gross, yeah, that's a gross part. I do sometimes a little wrist grab like that. You guys do that one? Anyways, oh, that's not long enough, okay. So tiles are cool, they're like widgets. You can see that one app can have multiple tiles. Very cool. Now Google decided in their infinite wisdom to load this thing with a Exynos 9110, a chip from 2018. There's speculation as to why that is. Maybe they made this watch back then, and then they decided they wanted to acquire Fitbit, and then the pandemic happened, and then everything went on hold, and then that's why it was so delayed. I don't know. It would have been nice if they had a modern chip. It would have been ideal if they had a custom silicon like they have in here, like a Google Tensor chip would have been cool, but they don't. And if they had, maybe they'd have better battery life than we do, because you know that's what the deal is with new chips. They're more efficient. Like the Pixel phones though, you can charge 50% of the battery in half an hour, which is pretty good. And in 80 minutes, you can do 100%. And I think that's great. If you find yourself not having a lot of battery left when you want to go to bed and use the sleep tracking, half an hour for 50%. Like by the time you do your skincare addicts routine and brush your teeth and tuck in the kiddos, like that's your half an hour right there. Now on the topic of sleep tracking, there is a paywall version of like Fitbit Premium, and there has been with all the other Fitbit devices. And that carries on till today with the Pixel Watch. You can pay to get, I believe the main standout features are like workouts and meditation stuff, as well as analytics insights to some of the other features that you don't need a paywall to use. You can just get deeper insights if you do pay. But one of the insights that I wish was not behind the paywall is the readiness score, or like your readiness. If you have a good sleep or a bad sleep, you know, it'll tell you, hey, you're probably ready to kill it today. Or, hey, maybe you should skip your workout today because you're not gonna do well anyway because you didn't sleep very well last night. I'm personally interested in that feature. I'd like to be able to try it without having to have premium. However, the watch does come with 6 months of Fitbit Premium and 3 months of YouTube Music Premium. Note though, the footnote at the bottom of the page says that it's for new and returning users only. So if you currently subscribe to either of those features, you can't just get some free months out of this. I would suggest canceling your account, redeeming your free months, and then, you know, signing up, extending it after that again if you want to get some free months out of this thing. 32 gigs of storage on board. There are 2 versions of the watch, the one with Bluetooth and Wi-Fi, and the one with Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and LTE for $50 more. The base price of the watch is $350 US. Seems kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's expensive. They have flagship devices, they have a flagship watch. They also have budget devices like the 6A. And this watch costs almost as much as the 6A. So it's kind of weird from a strategy perspective. And then there's myriad bands and they have different prices as well. So you kind of just gotta go on the website and configure it the way you want. Another thing that this watch kind of doesn't have, there's some question marks around this, is automatic workout tracking. On other watches, you start a workout and it goes, oh, I noticed you're canoeing, bud. So now we're tracking your canoe workout. And then it'll automatically pause or stop as you pause or stop your workout. This doesn't specifically have that now. A rep from Fitbit said it's coming, but what it does do is retrospectively track your workout. So you do some activity and then later on it looks at the data collected throughout the day and recognizes that activity as a workout, and then we'll put it in, it'll log it correctly from then on. But you know what, at least on my Samsung Galaxy Active 2 or whatever watch I had, it was pretty bad anyway. Sometimes you're like half an hour into a workout, you're ending your workout, and that's when it detects it, or vice versa. You're just like walking downstairs and it thinks you're working out. Summing up, I think this is an interesting watch. It's good looking. I'm into it because I'm a Pixel fanboy, or at least a Pixel user. So I'm more excited about it than a Samsung watch. I'm not prepared to say that it's gonna outperform something like some of the Samsung watches that have been, what, they're like 4 generations in now or something? 5? That's preposterous. So I wouldn't expect these things to be perfect on their first generation, but they are exciting. They look very cool. They're stylish. Like their Samsung compatriots, so they have some proprietary or ecosystem only lock-in features. So if you are a Pixel user, then it'll have that quick sync that you saw earlier. It'll also share Wi-Fi, so you log in Wi-Fi on your phone and then it just automatically logs into your sister devices like your watch or the upcoming Pixel tablet. Slap this matte black one on my wrist and never give it back. I think you guys saw Linus on Twitter say that I can just steal this stuff, right? Yep. That included the watch, right? Yep. Linus? All right, thanks for watching Short Circuit, guys. If you like this video, hit like, and yeah, that looks cool. I like it way more than that white strap. Who would get the white strap? The same people get white interiors in their Teslas. It's like, no, wear jeans sometimes. I don't wanna have to wipe my seat up. Anyway, see you guys.